Introductory Agriculture. 99. Chapter 5. Agricultural Farm Machinery and Food Processing. Learning Objectives. After reading this chapter, students will be able to have knowledge about basic implements used for agriculture. Explain principles involved in care and maintenance of agricultural machinery. Explain principles involved in agricultural processing and storage. Introduction. Farm implements and machinery are used for different operations in agricultural field for successfully raising of crops, its harvesting, threshing and further processing. Different farm implements are used for primary and secondary tillage, seeding, harvesting, threshing etc. These are described as follows. Tillage. It is the basic operation in farming. Tillage is the mechanical manipulation of soil to provide favorable conditions for crop production. It is done to create a favorable condition for seed placement and plant growth. Tillage operations include plowing, harrowing and mechanical destruction of weeds and soil crust etc. There are two types of tillage, primary tillage and secondary tillage. The purpose of plowing is to obtain seedbed of good texture, to increase the water holding capacity of the soil, to improve soil aeration, to destroy weeds and grasses, to destroy insects and pests, to prevent soil erosion and to add fertility to the soil by covering vegetation. Tillage can be classified into two. 1. Primary tillage. It is the initial and primary major soil working operation to reduce soil strength, to remove and cover plant materials and to rearrange aggregates in a view to prepare seedbed. Implements may be animal drawn or tractor drawn. Some of the primary tillage implements are a mold board plow or MB plow B, disc plow C, subsoiler D, chisel plow 2. Secondary tillage. It is the tillage operation performed after primary tillage to create proper soil tilth for seeding and planting. These are lighter and finer operations performed on the soil. The implements include cultivators, spring tine, spring loaded, rigid tine and duck foot cultivators B, harrows, spike tooth, spring tooth, animal drawn disc harrow, tractor drawn disc harrows, acme harrow, triangular. 100. Harrow, zigzag harrow, blade harrow, circular harrow, power harrow, chain types. C. Levelers D. Clod crushers A. Rotavator used for seedbed preparation in dry and garden lands, and also for puddling in standing water F. Puddler, used for churning the soil in standing water for the preparation of field for paddy cultivation G. Ridger and furrow opener, used for opening ridges and furrows for line sowing. Watering H. Bund former, used to make bunds in and around the field, to conserve the top fertile soil, and rain water. There are a number of farm implements used for tillage operations. These are described as follows. Plow. It is one of the most important tillage implements for the primary tillage. The basic components of the plow are a shoe, a share, a body, a handle and a beam. The plow is a tool used in farming for initial cultivation of soil in preparation for sowing seed or planting to loosen or turn the soil. Plows are drawn by working animals or by tractors. A plow may be made of wood, iron, or steel frame with an attached blade or stick used to cut the earth. The primary purpose of plowing is to turn over the upper layer of the soil, bringing fresh nutrients to the surface, while burying weeds, the remains of previous crops and allowing them to break down. As the plow is drawn through the soil, it creates long trenches of fertile soil called furrows. The plows are of mold board type and disc types. Mold board plow. Disc plow. Harrow. It is an implement for breaking up and smoothing out the surface of the soil and is used for secondary tillage. In this way it is distinct in its effect from the plow, which is used for deeper tillage. Harrowing is often carried out on fields to follow the rough finish left by plowing operations. The purpose of this harrowing is generally to break up clods, lumps of soil, and to provide a finer finish, a good tilth or soil structure that is suitable for introductory agriculture. 101. Seedbed use. Coarser harrowing may also be used to remove weeds and to cover seed after sowing. Harrows differ from cultivators in that they disturb the whole surface of the soil, such as to prepare a seedbed, instead of disturbing only narrow trails that skirt crop rows, to kill weeds. There are 4 general types of harrows. Disc harrow, tine harrow, chain harrow and chain disc harrows. Harrows were originally drawn by draft animals, such as horses, mules, or oxen, or in some times and places by manual laborers. In modern practice they are almost always tractor-mounted implements, either trailed after the tractor by a drawbar or mounted on the 3-point hitch. Disc harrow with notch discs. Seed drill. It is a sowing device that precisely positions seeds in the soil and then covers them. Before the introduction of the seed drill, the common practice was to plant seeds by hand. Besides being wasteful, planting was very imprecise and led to a poor distribution of seeds, leading to low productivity. Points to remember. Farm implements and machinery are used for different operations in agricultural field for successfully raising of crops, its harvesting, threshing and further processing. Tillage is the mechanical manipulation of soil to provide favorable conditions for crop production. It is done to create a favorable condition for seed placement and plant growth. Tillage can be classified as primary tillage and secondary tillage. Plow is one of the most important tillage implements for the primary tillage. 102. Seed drill. Cultivator. It is a farm implement used for secondary tillage. One sense of the name refers to frames with teeth, shanks, that pierce the soil as they are dragged through it linearly. Another sense refers to machines that use rotary motion of discs or teeth to accomplish a similar result. Cultivators stir and pulverize the soil, either before planting, to aerate the soil and prepare a smooth, loose seedbed, or after the crop has begun growing, to kill weeds, control disturbance of the topsoil close to the crop plants kills the surrounding weeds by uprooting them, burying their leaves to disrupt their photosynthesis, or a combination of both. Unlike a harrow, which disturbs the entire surface of the soil, cultivators are designed to disturb the soil in careful patterns, sparing the crop plants but disrupting the weeds. Cultivator Introductory Agriculture. Introductory Agriculture. 103. Reaper. It is a farming tool that reaps, cuts and gathers crops at harvest when they are ripe. Reaper. Paddy transplanter. It is used for transplanting the seedlings of rice in the field. The rice planter mainly consists of 3 parts, the motor and the running gear and the transplanter device. The transplanter includes the seedling tray, the seeding tray shifter, plural pickup forks. The seedling tray is like a shed roof where mat-type rice nursery is set. When the rice transplanter is brought in the field, the seedlings are fed on the seedling trays. Then the tray shifts seedlings as pickup forks get seedlings from the tray and put into the ground. The pickup forks act like human figures by taking seedlings from the tray and pushing them into the earth. The machine can save considerable time and labor than the manual transplanting, which make it popular among the farmers. Paddy transplanter. Manual transplanting of paddy. Combine harvester or combine. It is a machine that harvests grain crops. The name derives from its combining 3 separate operations comprising harvesting, reaping, threshing, and winnowing into a single process. A large number of crops that can be harvested with a combine are wheat, oats, rye, barley, corn, maize, soybeans and flax, linseed. The waste straw left behind on the field is hay. 104. Remaining dried stems and leaves of the crop with limited nutrients, which is either chopped and spread on the field or baled for feed and bedding for livestock. Combine harvesters are one of the most economically important labor-saving inventions, enabling a small fraction of the population to be engaged in agriculture. Combine. Thresher. It is used for the separation of grain from stalks and husks. For thousands of years, grain was separated by hand with flails, and was very laborious and time-consuming. With the help of thresher, this work can be done speedily and smoothly with minimum labor. Thresher. Points to remember. Cultivator is a farm implement used for secondary tillage. It helps to stir and pulverize the soil. Seed drill is a sowing device that precisely positions seeds in the soil and then covers them. Paddy transplanter is used for transplanting the seedlings of rice in the field. The machine can save considerable time and labor than the manual transplanting, which make it popular among the farmers. Combine harvester or combine is a machine in which harvesting, threshing, and winnowing takes place in a single process. Introductory Agriculture. 105. Weed control. Weeding is an important operation to obtain high yields. Hand weeding is tiresome, time-consuming and labor-intensive. Different weeding implements and equipment such as hand weeders, hand tools such as sickles, spades, hoes, cycle or wheel weeder, power weeders, intercultivators are used to control the weeds effectively. Plant protection equipment. Plant protection equipments are used to spray insecticides, pesticide, fungicides and herbicides to control insect pest, disease and complex weeds. Sprayers are also used for foliar application of nutrients for quality end products. Many types of sprayers and dusters are used for the above task, which include manually operated hand compression sprayers, knapsack back gator sprays, foot sprayer cum mist blowers, tractor-mounted boom sprayer, aerial sprayers, dusters and fertilizer broadcasters. The main functions of the sprayer includes to break the liquid into fine droplets of effective size, to distribute uniformly on the target plants and to regulate the amount of liquid required by avoiding losses. Care and maintenance of common farm implements. Care and maintenance of farm implements is very important for their smooth operations and longevity. Agricultural implements mostly work in soil, so it is very necessary to clean them properly before their storage for proper operation. A number of salient points are described below for care and maintenance of important farm machines and implements. A. Moldboard plows. 1. We must provide adequate front-end weight for tractor stability in transport and operation, particularly with integral and semi-integral plows. 2. Use extreme caution and reduce speed when transporting the plow and the tractor over rough ground. 3. Avoid sharp turns at high speeds, especially on slopes. 4. On tight turns, avoid swinging rear of plow into fences or other obstacles. 5. Never carry passengers on the tractor or permit others to ride on the plow, particularly plows with automatic reset. 6. Always lower the plow when not in use or left unattended. 7. Lower the plow and securely pin the parking stand before detaching the plow from the tractor. B. Disc plows. 1. We must provide adequate tractor front-end weights are required to offset the plow weight. 106. 2. Semi-integral plows are quite long and caution must be used when turning to prevent swinging the plow into fences or irrigation ditches. 3. Reduce speed when transporting over rough ground and avoid quick, sharp turns at high speeds. 4. Never permit anyone to ride on the plow and allow only the driver on the tractor. Do not permit children to play on or near the plow either when parked or in operation. 5. Lower the parking stand and securely pin it in place before detaching integral or semi-integral plows from the tractor. C. Disc tillers. 1. Never allow anyone but the operator to ride on the tractor and the tiller. 2. Lower the tiller to the ground when not in use. 3. Secure the machine in the raised position by installing safety locks or hold-up pins when servicing or cleaning it. 4. Disc blades are extremely sharp, so be careful when working or making adjustments in the disc area. 5. Never walk close beside the rear wheel when the tiller is in operation. A sudden imbalance of forces could cause this wheel suddenly to jump to the left. D. Chisel plow. 1. Reduce speed when transporting chisel plows over rough or uneven terrain. 2. Use lock-up straps or transport locks when transporting a chisel plow. 3. Ensure that the wings are locked in the folded position before traveling. 4. Allow only the operator to ride on the tractor and never allow passengers to ride on the chisel plow. 5. Provide adequate tractor front-end ballast for stability in transport and operation, especially with integral models. 6. Be careful of escaping hydraulic fluid, which can penetrate the skin and cause serious infection or reaction if not given immediate medical treatment. E. Disc harrows and offset discs. 1. Always lock safety lock during transport if the disc is to be left raised for an extended period or while working on the machine. Introductory Agriculture. 107. 2. Never depend on tractor hydraulic pressure to carry harrow weight in transport. Use safety lock and relieve pressure in cylinders. 3. Lower integral harrows to ground each time tractor engine is shut off and anytime harrow is being serviced or repaired. If it must be raised for repairs, securely block the frame to prevent accidental lowering. 4. Lock the tractor drawbar in fixed position when transporting wheel discs. 5. Never transport a disc harrow on its own wheels at more than normal tractor speed and considerably less than that on rough or uneven ground. 6. Wear protective gloves when working with or near disc blades. 7. Park or block the harrow so it cannot roll when unhitched. 8. Make sure wings are securely locked in transport position before moving the harrow. 9. Provide adequate tractor ballast for front-end stability and to prevent excessive slippage. 10. Never allow anyone to ride on tractor drawbar or harrow in operation or transport. 11. Stand clear of harrow wings during folding or unfolding and do not make sharp turns with blades down. F. Field cultivators. 1. Never exceed recommended transport speed for the cultivator used. If speed is not stated, do not exceed maximum tractor speed. 2. Reduce speed for turning and travel over rough or uneven ground. 3. Use transport locks and relieve pressure in cylinders when transporting field cultivators. Do not depend on hydraulic pressure to carry the weight. Always lock wings in transport position and relieve pressure in cylinders. 4. Never walk or work under wings when they are in the folded position. Points to remember. Care and maintenance of farm implements is very important for their smooth operations and longevity. Agricultural implements mostly work in soil, so it is very necessary to clean them properly before their storage for proper operation. Proper care should be taken while using the implements in the field to avoid accident and injury. Agricultural implements should be stored at a proper place to protect them from moisture, dust etc. for their longevity. Proper care should be taken while transporting the implements on rough ground and road to avoid accidents. 108. 5. Transport width of most field cultivators exceeds normal vehicle width. Therefore, use extreme caution when meeting other vehicles and avoid the possibility of dropping tractor or implement wheels into holes, drains, or ditches along the road edge. G. Toothed harrows. 1. Provide sufficient front-end weight for safe, stable operation and transport. 2. Use widest practical wheel tread to improve tractor stability, especially when working on steep slopes. 3. Reduce implement to narrowest possible width for transport on roads or highways. 4. Lock wings or folded sections securely in place before transporting equipment. 5. Never transport wheeled harrows, harrow carts, or field conditioners at more than tractor transport speeds. Transport considerably slower on rough or uneven terrain. 6. Never make sharp turns at high speeds and never allow anyone to ride on the tractor but the operator. 8. Lower implements to the ground before stopping tractor engine, before servicing or repairing equipment, or at any time the machines are left unattended. H. Packers. 1. Provide adequate front-end weight for tractor stability in operation and transport of integral harrows. Use maximum allowable front ballast if operating integral harrows in lower gears. 2. Never exceed normal tractor speed when transporting drawn roller harrows, and drive considerably slower than that on rough or uneven ground. 3. Do not transport roller packers over hard surface roads, use carriers. 4. Never permit anyone but the driver to ride on the tractor. 5. Never permit anyone to ride on the tractor drawbar or implement during operation or transport. 6. Pin tractor drawbar in center before transporting. 7. Never lubricate, adjust, or repair the implement while it is in motion or the tractor engine is running. 8. Always raise spring teeth before lowering roller harrow to the ground for parking or storage. I. Undercutters 1. Install the transport safety lock and relieve hydraulic pressure in the cylinders when transporting. Introductory Agriculture. 109. 2. Ensure the wings are securely locked in the folded position before transporting. 3. Never ride or allow others to ride on the machine during operation or transport. Allow only the driver on the tractor. 4. Do not unhitch from the tractor or stow the machine with wings in the folded transport position. 5. Never stand with feet under blades while making adjustments or during maintenance. Be extremely careful while working within the implement frame. 6. Do not stand or walk on the plow frame or under wings when they are folded for transport. J. Rod weeders 1. Allow only the operator to ride on the tractor during operation and transport. 2. Never permit anyone to ride on the rod weeder. 3. Never exceed recommended transport speed, if not stated, maximum tractor speed. Reduce speed on rough or uneven terrain or when turning. 4. Never attempt to repair, adjust, or lubricate the rod weeder while it is in motion. 5. Switch off the engine and relieve the hydraulic pressure in hoses before disconnecting them. 6. Never exceed recommended transport speed or tractor road speed if maximum is not stated. Reduce speed when turning or crossing rough areas and slopes. 7. Always lower equipment or install transport log before servicing, lubricating or repairing equipment, and when the machine will be left unattended. Agricultural processing. Agricultural processing includes those operations which maintain or raise the quality of raw material, change its form, or prepare it for market. Its importance is growing and will continue to increase as farming becomes more commercialized, specialized and mechanized in India. Some of the advantages are 1. Produce, which is now being wasted because of inadequate transport facilities and excess supply can be preserved and used later. 2. The processing may serve as a small-scale industry, providing additional employment facilities for idle labor. 3. Perishable products can be changed to a stable commodity, e.g. canning of fruits, drying of fruits in fodder, making of, silage etc. 4. Products can be prevented from being affected by insects and pests during storage, rendering them completely unusable. 110. Some of the processing machines are as follows. 1. Grain cleaner. It is used for cleaning of the grains from the chaff. 2. Fruit and vegetable grader. This machine is used for grading of round-shaped fruit and vegetables according to size in 3 grades, sizes. 3. Dal mill. In India most of the pulses are consumed in dehusked and split form. Thus processing of pulses assumes a lot of importance. Pulses processing industry helps in processing the raw grain legumes, pulses into edible form. Processing activity is undertaken at 3 different levels. This machine is used for preparation of dal. 4. Rice polisher. It is used for polishing of rice to improve its quality. 5. Rice huller. It is an agricultural machine used to automate the process of removing the chaff, the outer husks, of grains of rice. Points to remember. Agricultural processing includes those operations which maintain or raise the quality of raw material, change its form, or prepare it for market. The processing may serve as a small-scale industry, providing additional employment facilities for idle labor. Some of the processing machines are grain cleaner, fruit and vegetable grade, dal mill, rice polisher and rice huller etc. Dal mill. Grain cleaner machine. Rice huller. Introductory Agriculture. Introductory Agriculture. 111. Fruit and vegetable grader. Storage structures. Grain storage plays an important role in preventing losses which are caused mainly due to weevils, beetles, moths and rodents. It is estimated that 60 to 70% of food grain produced in the country is stored at home level in indigenous storage structures. The percentage of overall food crop production retained at the farm level in the period of storage is largely a function of farm size and yield per acre, family size, consumption pattern, marketing pattern, form of labor payment, credit availability and future crop expectations. The storage methods range from mud structures to modern bins. The containers are made from a variety of locally available materials differing in design, shape, size and functions. The materials used include paddy straw, wheat straw, wood, bamboo, reeds, mud, bricks, cow dung etc. Grains can be stored indoors, outdoor or at underground level. Indoor storage involves grain containment in structures like kanaja, koti, sanduka and earthen pots. Kanaja is a grain storage container made out of bamboo. The base is usually round and has a wide opening at the top. The height varies. The kanaja is plastered with mud and cow dung mixture to prevent spillage and pilferage of grains. The top is also plastered with mud and cow dung mixture or covered with paddy straw or gunny bags. Wooden boxes, also called as sanduka, are used for storing pulses, seeds and smaller quantities of grains. These boxes have a storage capacity of 3 to 12 quintals. In some cases, partition is also made inside the box to store 2 to 3 types of grains. A big lid on the top with a small opening enables taking out the grains. To protect the grains from moisture, the box is kept 12 inches above the ground level with the help of stands, legs. The box has to be regularly polished for its maintenance. Koti is used to store paddy and jowar. A room is constructed with a large door for pouring grains. A small outlet is made for taking out the grains. Earthen pots are indoor storage containers for storing small quantity of grains. These are made locally using burnt clay and are of different shapes and sizes. The earthen pots are placed at the floor level. They are arranged one above the other and known as dokal. 112. In addition to small-scale storage, there are structures for large-scale storage of grains. Large-scale grain storage is done in cap and silos. Cap storage, cover and plinth involves the construction of brick pillars to a height of 14 inches from the ground, with grooves into which wooden crates are fixed for the stacking of bags of food grains. The stacks are covered with 250 micron LDPE sheets from the top and all 4 sides. Food grains such as wheat, maize, gram, paddy, and sorghum are generally stored in cap, cover and plinth storage for 6 to 12 month periods. It is the most economical storage structure and is being widely used for bagged grains. The structure can be fabricated in less than 3 weeks. It is an economical way of storage on a large scale. In addition, different types of storage structures are required on the farm to store grain, seed, fodder, fertilizer, vegetables, etc., as described below. Silo. It is a farm structure used for storage of animal fodder so that it is preserved in an ideal condition for animals. The animal fodder is cut and packed in the airtight silo to allow partial fermentation to occur. The storage fodder is called as silage. Food grain storage structures. After threshing of grain, the grain should be stored safely so as to save it from insects, pests, rodents, moisture, etc. A good storage structure should provide protection from insects, rodents, birds, mites, etc. Should proper aeration and fumigation when required, should prevent losses due to temperature and moisture, and it should be economical. Some of the storage structures are as given below. 1. Bukari type 2. Kothar type 3. More type 4. Grain bins 5. Bag storage. Traditional grain storage structure. Grain bin. Introductory Agriculture. Introductory Agriculture. 113. Grain storage plays an important role in preventing losses which are caused. Points to remember. Grain storage plays an important role in preventing losses which are caused mainly due to weevils, beetles, moths and rodents. Grains can be stored indoors, outdoor or at underground level. Indoor storage involves grain containment in structures like kanaja, koti, sanduka and earthen pots. Silo is a farm structure used for storage of animal fodder so that it is preserved in an ideal condition for animals. Food grain storage structures are bukari type, kothar type, more type, grain bins, and bag storage etc.